Hello everyone. Today is our last day of presentation on paper number 109 and my presentation topic is Indian politics and feminist literary criticism. So here academic information, table of content which we will discuss in detail. And then here is my research question and hypothesis. Research question: how do the principles of Indian politics, particularly Rus and Dhwani theories, contribute to feminist literary criticism in redefining the representation of women in literature? And my hypothesis is Indian politics, especially the Rus theories, emphasis on emotional experience and the Dhwani theories focus on suggestion and subtext, provides nuisance framework for feminist literary criticism by analyzing the implicit and explicit portrayal of women in literary text. These theories allow for a deeper understanding of gender narratives, challenging patriarchal interpretation, and highlighting the complexity of female voices and in literature. Here Indian politics and feminist criticism, aesthetic intersection. Indian politics and literary aesthetics, Rus theory, emotions as the core of artistic experience. Then Dhwani theory is hidden meaning and suggestion in text is key thinkers like Bharat, Anandvardhan, and Abhinav Gupta. Then feminist literary criticism, a critical lens, challenge male-dominated literary interpretation, highlighting women's voices and experience in literature. Key theories like Virginia Woolf, Elian Schalter, and Judith Butler, where they intersect. Rus theory and female emotional representation, Dhwani and the role of subtext in women's narratives, feminist reinterpretations of classical Indian texts. And then introduction to Indian politics, definition and scope. Indian politics, Bharatiya Kavya Shastra studies literary aesthetic, poetic essence, and audience impact rooted in Sanskrit and regional literature. Major school like Rasa School, Dhwani School, Alankar Ochitya, Riti, and etc. Here, the significance and relevance emphasizes emotional and spiritual experience over structure and influence literature like drama, film, and cultural studies. Then, major schools of Indian politics. Rus means emotion. This term coined by Bharat in Natya Shastra. Nine rasa evoke aesthetic pleasure. And then Dhwani theory means suggestion Anandvardhan and in his treatise like Dhwanyalok about the true beauty lies in implied meaning. Then Vakrokti obliqueness and Kuntaka Vakrokti Jivit poetry thrives on creative deviation. And then fourth one is the Riti, means style by Vaman in Kavya Lankar Sutra, style and diction shape poetic beauty. Then Alankar, ornamentation. This school by Bhama in Kavya Lankar about the figure of speech and enhance expression. And last one is Ochitya, appropriateness by Kshemendra in Ochitya Vichar Dara. And in this represent harmony and balance, ensure poetic effectiveness. And here Rus theory, the essence of aesthetic, introduced in Natya Shastra by Bharata, later expanded by Abhinav Gupta. Rus means the essence or flavor of emotions in art. And nine rasa like Shrungar, Karun, Hasya, as earlier Bhumi mentioned in her presentation. Then process of rasa like Vibhav, Anubhav, and rasa. Vibhanubhav, Vyabhichari, Sayongat, Ras Nishpatti. That means rasa applied in literature, drama, dance, music, and films. Foundation of Indian aesthetic evokes emotions in the audience. Then Dhwani theory, the power of suggestion. Definition of Dhwani. Dhwani means sound or resonance, suggests a deeper meaning beyond the literal. Three levels of meaning like Abhida, Lakshana, and Vyanjana. Abhida means a denotion, literal meaning. Lakshana is a secondary meaning, metaphor, and Vyanjana is a suggested meaning. Dhwani. Types of Dhwani like Vastu Dhwani suggest an idea or concept. Then Alankar Dhwani suggests poetic ornaments, and Ras Dhwani suggests a deep emotion. Importance of Dhwani essential for poetic's beauty, evokes Ras aesthetic pleasure, and considered the soul of poetry. Comparison with the Western theories like T.S. Eliot's objective correlative symbolism. And symbolism of poetry and melodrama and new criticism like intentional fallacy. Example like Indian Sanskrit, Kalidas, Shakuntala, and in English literature like John Keats, or to a Nightingale, and modern literature like T.S. Eliot, the Wasteland. And feminist literary criticism, an overview, definition and scope, gender, power, patriarchy in literature, historical waves. First wave is about suffrage, second wave is gender roles, and third is intersectionality. Key concerns like representation, language, sexuality, and intersectionality. Major approaches like genotricism, Marxist, and psychoanalytic or post-colonial and ecofeminism. And fourth, like a key figure is like a Virginia Woolf, Virginia Woolf, Millett, Butler, Judith Butler, and Wollstonecraft, and feminist reading like Hamlet, Jane Eyre, and the Handmaid's Tale, and Beloved. Contemporary relevance like expand canon, challenge bias, and engage the media. And intersection of feminism and Indian literary traditions. Key themes like patriarchy, caste, representation, female agency, myth, and intersectionality. Indian feminist criticism studies how Indian literature represents women, highlighting gender inequality, social oppression, and women's struggle for freedom. A writer like Mahasweta Devi, Kamala Das, and Arundhati Roy focus on issues like patriarchy, caste, and identity. Post-colonial theory examines the impact of British colonialism on Indian society and literature. It explores the themes of identity, cultural conflict, and resistance. Writers like Salman Rushdie, Rohit Roy Mistry, and Babsi Sidhwa addresses the effect of colonization and independence and connection. Post-colonial feminism highlights how Indian women face both patriarchy and colonial oppression, making their struggle unique compared to Western feminism. Feminist reinterpretation of myths like a Draupadi, Sita, goddesses figure, and case studies like feminist reading of Indian texts is here. Feminist criticism challenges patriarchy and gender norms in literature. Historical context like impact of colonialism, impact of colonialism and nationalism and social reform on feminist literature. Key themes like gender oppression, intersectionality, female agency, sexuality, critique of domestic roles, and post-colonial and feminist intersection, double colonization, subaltern studies, and gender language. Impact on contemporary literature like Dalit feminism, LGBTQ plus narrative, and digital feminism. And then here the major feminist literary works like first Rabindranath Tagore's The Home and the World, women's autonomy versus the nationalism represent. And then second like Rokia Shekhawat's Hossein Sultana's Dream, about utopian feminist vision. And third one is Shashi Deshpande's that Long Silence, about female silence and identity crisis. And here conclusion, Indian poetry rooted in Rus and Dhwani theories shapes literary aesthetic, while feminist literary criticism challenges gender biases in these traditions by exploring their intersection. This study highlight the marginalized of women's voice and the need for inclusive interpretations. Of feminist lens help redefine Indian literature in Indian literary discourse, promoting gender equality and diverse narratives in criticism. And here's my references. And thank you. If you have any questions, so feel free to ask.
My question is, what are the challenging in the using the feminist literary criticism of the Indian poetics, and how can we solve them?
One big challenge of feminist literary criticism is the emphasize on what are the major concern about feminist criticism and Indian poetics like Rus about the emotions of women and portraying as the both concern in feminist literary criticism and Indian poetics.
Question you can reply in comment. Okay.
Okay, so this is from my side. Thank you.